I want to blow myself up in the first 20 minutes just to show that I'm relevant. Because that was my idea. It's like, I'm not going to do well. So let's not pace ourselves and it not be action packed. Like, we hype this up, let's make a show. Zwift is an online deal where you ride, you set up a trainer, you put your bike on the trainer and you ride on a virtual, it's a game basically, a VR game. And your trainer produces power and then that power is casted to the game and then your little guy moves. It's a big deal. Zwift is awesome. If you haven't tried it, you should. So I'm getting really into Zwift and this other YouTuber, Cam Jeffers, Cycling Cam, one of his guys, or I think he pitched me this idea, hey, let's do a Zwift race, heads up, you versus me. And he's way better than me. On paper, so much better than me. And I was like off season, and so I wasn't really even that fit. And I ignored the messages for a little while because like, dude, this is stupid. He's just gonna murder me. I'm gonna look like an idiot. I often look like an idiot. So let's just not keep looking like an idiot. So I kind of went back and forth and then I was like, you know what, dude, whatever. Let's just do it. I'll do the best I can. Of course you're gonna destroy me, but maybe it will be funny to see me get dropped. And so me and him kind of had this like cross promotion thing where he was talking smack on me being vegan and I was saying how good vegan was and we did well. We hyped it up well and 1,000 people joined the event to ride with us, okay? The race, we've gone back and forth on text, was just Alpe du Zwift. So it's the exact virtual recreation of Alpe d'Huez. Same length, same turns, same everything. So there's very little drafting to be had. It's very mono-y-mono. It's basically your power to weight ratio. And so knowing that his is way better than me, I know I'm getting smoked. So the day comes and I've taken this very seriously. I kind of didn't tell him that I was taking it that seriously. He had just did like a 3 or 4 hour ride the day before and did intervals because he, again, on paper, kind of destroyed me. And so then, but I tapered, I was prepared. I had like this HVMN ketone drink that I'd never had before and it was great. And anyway, I was hyper focused. And so then we start, and now again, the text was, the race is just the climb. But you start maybe 20 or 30 minutes away from that climb on Zwift. And in Zwift racing, if you don't know anything about it, Zwift racing is from the gun, you're going 600 watts. Okay, but we had 1,000 people join to watch this and be a part of it, so I just started noodling. Well, he gets into like a breakaway, and he's like 2 minutes up the road. I'm like, dude, Cam, what you doing? You know, can you come back? Like, what do you, and then everyone's like, oh, the VC got dropped already. And I was like, whoa, man, we said the race was at the climb, not from the gun. And so then it was sort of at a point where like, dude, it's already over. We haven't even gotten to the climb. He's gonna be 6-7 minutes up the road. So of course this is dumb. So then Cam definitely had a choice to make to be like, well, I'm gonna wait for him and sort of like pity him, which he did. And then so that was kind of some drama later, everyone being like, oh, he shouldn't have waited, he shouldn't have waited. But I had the text messages that show what the plan was. So anyway, so he waits for me, the front group go off, but it's not about anyone else. It's not a race out of 1,000, it's just me versus him. So we're gonna start this climb together and go. So we get to the climb, he waited for me, thank you, Cam. And then so we hit the climb and I want to blow myself up. So we hit the very start and I just take off at like 400 something watts. And it was very strange. I'm looking at the watts and I'm like, wow, I'm holding like a lot of watts. This is almost uncharacteristic for what I had expected. And I just kept holding watts and kept holding watts. And I got like 20-second gap on them. And so then I'm just like, whoa, dude, yes. But fully thinking I'm gonna crack at some point. So then he underestimated that bit. So he had to burn a lot of matches to get back to me. Once he gets back to me, we're kind of cat and mousing, sort of playing games. And he had, I think, 2 or 3 guys that were pace setters for him, right? So they would go and he would kind of draft off of them. He would set the pace. And then I think he threw an attack down and I followed the attack, which I didn't think I was gonna. but I was able to follow it. And so then I was like, whoa. And then I counterattacked him. And I'm just blown away by how I'm feeling and how much power I'm putting down. I'm so excited. And then, so we come back together and it's kind of like on the chat, you can see all these people, you know, Team Cam, Team VC, and it's being live streamed. It's like the owner of Zwift is on there watching. Like this is my moment, man. You know, I don't have many moments where I do well. I always choke. And in this moment, I didn't choke. And I started reciting a mantra to myself, kill yourself. And I know that's like intense, but that was literally how serious I was taking it. I was like, pedal so hard that your heart blows up, you know? And that was my spectrum. That wasn't his spectrum, right? He's like in the middle of race season, like this isn't an A race for him. It's not really something he's that like cares about, because on paper he should have destroyed me. But I'm in my head going, kill yourself, right? And so I'm just pedaling so hard. And then he attacked and I counterattacked and I got a gap. And I could see his watt per kilo, because that's what you're all about. And it's matching mine. So as long as I match his watt per kilo, he's not gonna be able to close that gap. But he had like 2 other guys trying to help him come up to me. And dude, so we turned the last turn of Alpe d'Huez, right? Which is like the last turn of Alpe d'Huez. And it's very steep. And it's maybe like, you just gotta put in 2 more minutes. Cause I mean, he's super strong. And so I'm putting in my like 2 minutes of the rest of my life. And I can see his power really spiking. And he's catching back up to me. And I'm just like, dude, in my head, and you can actually hear it on the video, I'm just saying, kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself. Like, which is, again, I've never done that before, but that was, I didn't care how bad my legs hurt. I didn't care how burning my lungs were. You know what I mean? Snot was dripping out. It was just like, dude, I'm gonna win right now. And everyone on the internet's gonna see this. And so, because dude, it's a lose-lose situation for me. If I don't utterly beat him, then it's always, well, you're vegan, your vegans are weak, yeah, new vegans sucked. You know, it's like, oh, it's gonna be all these things where I can't just lose in dignity. It's like I'm gonna get shit on. So dude, the finish line's right there. He's coming, like, and I think we finished within like 5 seconds of each other. But your boy got it. And I was just like, couldn't believe it, you know, and I was just like, fell over my bars, like I could barely breathe. And I actually ended up setting my best ever 40-minute power. I think I set my best 20-minute power. Like all of my power records were set on this ride. I went so deep and got it, dude. And it was one of the moments that like I felt so proud and good. And again, I didn't expect this to happen. And Cam didn't either. So you watch his video, he's got a video where he's just like, what just happened? You know, how did I get beat? So that's the story when I smashed Cycling Cam, dude.